Have you ever felt like this before? Tired, lethargic, and no energy to do anything, even though you know you need to do it? If you have felt this way before, you are definitely not alone. I have felt this way so many times throughout my studies, learning something new, whether it be a technical thing or a soft skill, and then now today in my career. This brings up the question, are you lazy or are you just unfocused? And better yet, how to regain focus. In this video, I'm going to share with you the best tips to really hone in and focus on what you're doing, to be productive not for a long period of time, but rather quality over quantity. Okay, let's go. Oh, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Leave down in the comments other topics you want me to cover. This is how I make the videos. Okay, now let's go. The green screen. I hope it's not bad that I'm wearing green. First, let's talk a little bit about burnout. And when I say burnout, I'm really referring to the mental burnout that we feel after a long day. Have you ever been sitting at your desk wondering, wow, it's 5 p.m., but I don't feel like I've accomplished anything? I remember feeling that way all the time and wondering, where did the time go? What did I actually do today? Those feelings of not accomplishing something through the day or wondering where the time went, first of all, they're completely normal. Second of all, the positive news is there are so many ways to really combat these feelings. A lot of times, these feelings of unaccomplishing anything throughout the day, they actually stem from not having a scheduled day. And what I mean by that is if you take the time every morning or at the beginning of a week to actually schedule your goals throughout the week, it will really help you have a better sense of focus, where to put your energy and time. Now, I'm sure you've heard this tip before, but here's what a lot of people don't share about it. It's not just about setting goals and having goals throughout your week to achieve, but it's about ensuring they are realistic. Now, for me, what I will do to ensure I'm setting realistic goals is I will actually set goals that are smaller than what I think is realistic. So for example, if I want to achieve creating 2 videos this week, working on a project for developers at work, and say, connecting with 3 or networking with 3 individuals for work. Okay, that's my goal for the week, or goals for the week. Now, if I was to write them down, realistically, I think, you know what, Tiff, you can definitely achieve that. So just write them down, it's gonna be good to go as is. What I've started to do though, is take those goals and actually still minimize them. What this does is 2 things. It takes off a lot of pressure. It takes off that pressure of, oh my gosh, I have so much to do throughout the week. And then the other thing it does is you put the nice to haves down below. So it kind of goes back to, we spoke about this before, the ABC method, where the A's are your A priorities, things that need to get done throughout the week, no matter what. The B's are the nice to haves. Ideally you would do them, but if not, it's going to be okay. And the C's are, great, they don't need to get done, they can wait till the following week, but if you get to them and have extra time, so be it. This list always really helps me stay focused and know what I'm working on throughout the day. But even if you have this list and you are super focused, here is the other problem that comes in. You can have as organized of a task or a day as you would like to have planned, but if you have distractions in your home or in your office space, you're going to fail. So what do I mean by distractions? Well, for one, let's state the obvious, your phone. I don't know about you, but the phone is one of the biggest culprits for distractions. Even if you're not planning on going on social media or messaging your friends, getting these notifications on your phone, it can't help but be tempting to look at it. And then when you do look at it, you easily get sucked into that wormhole of continuing to go on your phone for longer or look at different things, only to put down your phone and be in this fog, unfocused again, unmotivated, wondering what do I still have to do? So I will actually physically put my phone in a different room versus having it sit next to me. And that's a huge thing. Identifying what causes distractions for you and finding ways to eliminate that. Alongside though, not just finding ways to eliminate it, but also finding ways to reward yourself with those distractions at a certain point. So for example, what I'll do is I will time block. I will set, say, 2 hours aside where I will focus on coding, focus on building whatever I'm working on. And I know after those 2 hours, I will get rewarded by getting to go on my phone, which sounds kind of strange. I feel like it's like a kid who gets rewarded with an iPhone or an iPad, but you get the gist of it. We're only human. So I will actually set rewards for myself after working for a specific period of time. Also, as a side note, do not set these time limits to be working for 4 hours or 5 hours without any breaks. I've seen these videos where people say, how I study for 8 hours a day. In my opinion, that's not only not realistic, but it's also not healthy for your brain, and you won't retain all that information as much as you would hope to. Now, here's the key thing. Whew, back at it. Here's the key thing I really wanted to talk to you about of how I am able to stay focused or feel I don't want to use the word motivation, but it really is that motivation to carry on through the day when you really, really just want to relax or you're feeling kind of lazy, let's say. The biggest one for me that took the longest time for me to learn was actually to take breaks. And I remember when I first started out in my tech career, I often would be like, I need to work 7 days a week. So I'd work Monday to Friday, then Saturday and Sunday would be all this work for Tiff and Tech, and just, it was never ending. I would constantly be working because I thought that was what success looked like. I thought if I was working all the time, putting all this energy towards something, I would see results. Now, I'm sure you're not surprised, but what happened actually was I got burnt out. And instead of seeing results, I just saw kind of results, but I was really tired. What I decided to do after many trial and error, and is I actually take the weekends off, what they're supposed to be for. Yes, sometimes I'll have to work on a Saturday or a Sunday to create some content because my week is mainly focused on my day job, of course. But what I do prefer to do is actually work more efficiently. For example, filming this video at 8 a.m. in the morning on a Wednesday versus filming it Saturday at 12 p.m. Because what this allows me to do is if I structure my time so that during the week it's a bit more hectic, having those 2 days off to really reset really helps me honestly enjoy life more. And it's one of those things that when Monday comes, I'm not dreading it. I'm not like, oh, I was working Saturday and Sunday. I kind of feel like working today. Don't have a lot of energy. No, when Monday comes, I'm ready for it. I'm excited for it. Those are my main tips on really how to structure and put your energy towards better focusing. You're not lazy. It's just a lot of us fall into these societal habits of feeling or thinking we are lazy just because we aren't motivated. But there's so many little tricks and tips that I've shared with you today that you can implement to not only feel more focused, but really switch everything. That you don't need to have this burst of energy, but if you implement some of these tips, you will be better focused for shorter periods of time, get more work done, so then you can properly rest. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you found it very helpful and valuable. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks, everyone.